some strong urge inside that makes us feel, I need to learn how to free myself from all bondages. I need to learn how to overcome my distortions that prevent my inner self from emerging and that keep my potentialities locked. I need to learn how to unlock, how to free my potentialities. That inner desire has to be awakened, needs to be awakened. Not everyone feels it. But it's not enough. There needs a second factor. Something needs to be provided to help to cause the learning process. You'll find that in human life, whenever some progress, some mental expansion, some realization comes, it was always because of these two factors. One was the desire, conscious or unconscious, to find the answer, to find a way. And the other was the opportunity that was provided somehow, suddenly, all of a sudden, in the external world. One person, one book, one poem touches our mind and creates an awakening. But how can it's the convergence of these two factors: the inner desire to find the answer to something, to find the path to move towards greater self-awareness, and at that time, when the desire is strong, then the learning opportunity comes, and the two together consummate the learning and give birth to a realization. Now that realization will not be taken away from you. It will not be taken away from you. That is progress on the spiritual path. So there comes a time, a momentous time, when in the mind actually of the human being, there is a desire to say, I need to progress further in my life. I need to learn a way that will bring me in touch with my deepest inner self, that will establish a connection with my consciousness, with the source of my being. If at that time a teaching is available, then if that teaching is able to provide the necessary tools that the individual needs to move towards a greater awareness and realization on the spiritual path, then that time is the time when the person is initiated into the spiritual path. A time of initiation is really, in a spiritual sense, comparable to the time when the child learns to walk. Another dimension of life opens up. Another scope of movement in a completely different way that was possible before. A new outlook, a new way of being. Now in Tantra, in the spiritual path of Tantra, initiation has certain characteristics. The initiation into the meditation of Tantra has certain characteristics. There are two movements of mind. One is the mind is the movement that goes towards the external world. So we enjoy things in the external world, and that's a movement that often, is often experienced. We see something and we like it, and we continue to look at it, whether it's a beautiful picture or a flower or something. We smell something, we taste something, and and we want to enjoy that. Many times people say this is a natural movement and we should not, this is just the natural expression of life, and that's what human life is all about. It's about enjoying things in the external world. But remember that everything has an opposite trend. Everything that can be dark can also become light. Everything that can be that can be moving forward can also move backwards. So when people say that the expression of our desires in the external, in a sensual way, is the nature of mind, it's only a partial truth. But it is a truth that at some point the enjoyment that comes through the enjoyment of the senses, the pleasure that comes through the enjoyment of sensual things, does not give us satisfaction. So then we can explore another way of finding happiness and pleasure in a different way. And in this case, we move from, in another way, the introversive movement, we move away from sensual pleasure. We withdraw the senses to the mind, and we move away also at some point from the mind to something higher. Now, the process of initiation is called in Sanskrit Diksha. And we use this word particularly because the English word does not explain well enough what tantric initiation is. Tantric initiation is Diksha, it's written here. And it's because it has two important aspects. The first one is called Dipani. Dipani means a torchlight, or it means to shine a light. To shine a light. Imagine that sometimes, realize that sometimes you feel an inner voice. In your busy days, through your many activities, sometimes you feel an inner voice telling you, no, this was not right. Maybe it doesn't say it in words, but it gives you a feeling. And there's something inside that tells you no. Or there's something inside that tells you, yes, that is maybe very difficult, but that's what you should do. You should do it. It's an inner voice. Now, this inner voice belongs to whom? Who owns, who is that inner voice?